Okay, good morning. So I created this work with the help of the blending, color blending. So we are going to try the same one, so that we all understand how you can blend colors to achieve a nice background. Okay, so we create a layer just as we normally do. Then okay, it's taking time to load. Okay, hold on. So it's around 5 by 5 square work area or workspace is created, and then you create so you choose. So let's say you are going for a monochrome combination. Let's say green. So you need a light version of green and then a dark version of green. So in this case, this is the light version of green I want to use, just as I used here. So here I used a combination. The white is inside, but so in this case you are not going to use white, you are going to go with monochrome, so one color. Then we are using the gradation to achieve that effect. So you create a new layer on top, Control Shift N, and then Control backspace to fill it with the foreground. Then you create another new layer, Control Shift N, and then make sure that you have the lighter color selected, and then you apply. You see that you are blending. So you apply in regions that you want to see the blend. It's just like the gradient overlay. So you want to give it this time. You don't want top to bottom, or bottom to top. You just want to create it ourselves. So we've applied the first gradation. So we've created a new layer on top of it. Again, let's go for another monochrome color combination. So we choose this and you also apply. Then Control Shift N, X to swap the foreground and the background. Then we go in for this variation of green, and then we apply. Sorry for the for my destructive mouse. So we apply it here. Just want to achieve that kind of blending. You see those glitches happening in the work. When it's happening that way, it's not an issue. You just keep working. At times, because the brush uses some video memory, that's how come it behaves that way. So we have this. So you can lay down your text on it. So you have a blend over there. So let's swap for the lighter one. Let's see mega campus. So let's say mega, and then okay, so we have this here, mega. It's taking time to load. Okay, so you see, and then you just want to overlay a title on it to see how our ingredients made background is fitting to our work, or is fitting with our work. Let's say proceed. Okay, so going for yellow works well with green, so you can go in for white, or let's say yellow. For yellow works well with green. Okay, I think the bottom font is not working, so let me go in for this. Just want. Okay. So bring down a bit. Okay, so we have our heading here. So you see that now we have the gradient there, and then we have the foreground, which is the text. perfectly fitting onto our gradient made background. So that is how it is done. That is how it is done. That is how it is done. So color blending. This is how color blending is. This is how. So this is how it is. This size is nothing extraordinary. Just so it's not scary. It's very simple. It's about you creating layers and then using the color blending techniques that we know. You see, using the color mixing technique that we know to achieve your preferred design. So it's not something difficult. So just as we know with the color blending and other things, it goes the same way. It goes the same way. It's not different. So just as you have this, you can still overlay another blending on it. See, you can click and apply more. You see that you have more blending. You see that the more you apply a certain color, the more it changes the depth of the work. And so you are blending. So when, let's say, I create control shift and I create another layer. Because when you are doing blending, make sure that you create new layers for the various applications that you will. You are not limited, but when you go too much, it's going to hurt you. Just in the sense that you have to look for the color the particular layer that houses the color that you applied, and then it might hurt you. You see that I've gone for another variation, and then they are all giving depth to the work. Then what makes it interesting is that you can change those colors when you are done with your creation. So you can apply a hue and saturation adjustment onto those layers, and then you also suggest to change. Then you see that they correspond, they change according to the adjustments. You see that right now I'm heading to red, so you have that red hue. So it's adjustable. You see, so after you are done with the blend, you can change it to any color of your choice, and then boom, you have it there. So this is what it means. This is what it means. So you see that we have introduced depth into the work with the help of the various color blends that we did. So it's a very, very interesting thing to do. So for food where you just after you are done, you can just experiment with colors. You see, you can just experiment by just, so for food joints and other things, this color is going to work. Reading from here, there. You see, these are for food vendors, these colors, because they need warm colors. For blue and those colors, they are for church programs and then other things. They are for church programs and other things. And even this color, you can use this color for food, but unless you increase the amount of rest in it, so you can do so by increasing the saturation here. You see, can do so by doing that. And then also make sure that whenever you are working, your background is less saturated than your foreground. So right now when I bring this one here, you see that there's more attention on my foreground, because the background is less saturated. If your background is more saturated, then your foreground is more saturated. You are going to have, the interest is not going to be on your foreground, but it's rather going to be on your background. And your background is just there to back up your design, but it's not. Yes, sometimes it conveys information, but it's not there to. It's not having the text to communicate. It just has the feel. It communicates the feel. So the text on it should rather get the emphasis. So the background should be less saturated whenever you are working. I just preset an adjustment. That I did earlier. So this is how it will be. You can make it to less saturated, then you can also make it a bit, so let's say at most you should be here, but don't exceed. You can build the rules, it depends on you, but for the start this one is going to help. And I can even do the color blending on this. Sorry, my R and then L. So Control Alt G. I'll flip my this onto the crusade. So let me go for a lighter shade of. So I'll first sample from the original color. Now I'll go in for a lighter shade. So see, let me bring down the bright side and apply. So you see that I have this hue. You see, so you can, color blending can even help you to achieve nice titles. You see, it can help you to achieve very nice titles with just a single click. You see, I can even do same for our box here. Control Shift N, Control G to clip mask. Go there, sample from this green, going for a lighter version of this green. So we are going for, in this case, we are going for a monochrome color blending. So that when I apply, you see the effect I'm getting. Very decent. You see, so and then what makes it cool is that you can even change the blending modes of the applied effects, and mostly overlay works, but you can experiment. You know me, it's like I always like experimenting. So let me create another one. Let me go and sample the color again, and this time let me go for a D version of the color. Then let me apply. So you see the effect we are getting. You see, all these are possible, or all these were made just through color blending. So it's very nice, and it's very cool when you use color blending. Please, I hope you understand. So if you don't understand anything, I wish I could make it long, but you when you return to campus, because the length will be too much. So let's take it like that. Let's take it like that. So in the course of time, you can just I'll try to do other tutorials so that to help you to understand it. Yeah, to help you to understand it. Yeah, so that is basically it. Yeah, that is basically it. So yeah, exactly. So it's not difficult. So that is color blending. Let me add this bonus tip. I use your brush, the brush that you gave me. So let me apply. Okay. Come here again. Good. So you see that we are getting. So this is a lighter version of the green that we are using. Then we can change the blending mode, because you said that their blending modes can be changed. And then bam, we have an overlay blending mode over here. Good. So that is basically it. That is basically it. So thank you. Anyone if you want to go further. So this is also another form of color blending. The ones they create an arc on top of the text or the object is also another form of color blending. So you see that they create this, so all that space to fill, and then they reduce. So this is a lighter version of the color. So this is also a form of color blending. So color blending is everywhere. And so this effect that they've been doing is a color blending effect. I see them use it most when they want to create this nice effect on their, even if the logo is not nice, they just put it there and it will be nice. So that's also another form of what? Color blending. So thank you very much. Have a nice day. Shalom. Peace. Sorry for the noise in the background.